I'm here at HMS Raleigh to find out what's being done to ensure sailors are mentally and physically prepared for the ever-changing operational climate across the globe. This is 26. Coming up in this edition, we hear from Second Sea Lord on the latest issues affecting you. Initial training, how it's changed for the better. We meet Chris Sherrington in the second instalment of our Olympic hopefuls. And to mark 10 years of operations in Afghanistan, we find out how things have moved on.
When I was first in Afghanistan back in 2006, it was a very different situation. First of all, it was a much bigger area that the British were responsible for, and they had fewer troops to do what they had to do. So it was a pretty thankless task, and it was full-on, kinetic fighting. It was every day the rounds were coming in. Since I've been back much more recently, it's a much more contained area, much smaller area that we're responsible for. So development and sort of the hearts and minds aspect of warfare is coming to the fore, which is incredibly important.
I think it was harder for me the first time. I was quite young, 22, never experienced operations before. So going back then was much harder, and also the violence we experienced back then was much different. Things do seem to have moved on now. Also, I'm seeing the bigger picture. I'm seeing what the brigade is looking at as opposed to just what my company commander was looking at back in Herrick 5. People seem to be happier to see us. We're starting to develop governance. We are actually providing security, which is all very different from Herrick 5 when we were just desperately trying to hold on to the ground, let alone build anything.
The big change I saw was towards the end of Herrick 7, we started to see the use of IEDs. Now, I haven't been back in the UK only for less than 8 months. When I then went back again on Herrick 9, the use of IEDs was widespread, and it hugely changed the way the guys had to operate. Had a huge impact on the locals as well. And obviously, it's a generic threat. The IEDs don't just threaten Royal Marines, Navy personnel and soldiers on the ground. There are many civilians who are caught in them as well. And that was a huge change in a short period of time.
This place has come a long way. I feel like they've got an Afghan clinic across the road. I've never seen that before. So we were dealing with local nationals pretty much on a daily basis the last time, but this time they are seen to be fending for themselves and doing a lot better for themselves. Oh yeah.